Time for the news, folks. Time for the news. And today is day, second day of Kwanzaa, and I'm gonna go back over what I read a little bit there yesterday. The days of Kwanzaa are fashioned around the seven principles of this African American holiday. Each day corresponds to a principle, giving it a specific meaning and purpose upon which families can focus. Much of the tradition of Kwanzaa is centered around the lighting of seven candles of the Kinara, each one for each day, and that's the Mishu Masaba. So today, which is the second day, day 2, Happy Kwanzaa, day 2, and the second day is Kujichagulia, and it says it's a principle of self-determination and represents a call to African Americans to be proactive in defining themselves rather than allowing themselves to be defined. A meditation or reading on this principle is accompanied by the lighting of the first black candle and then the red candle on the far left. So as the first day, it was just the black candle. The second day, it's the red candle on the far left. So you have basically seven candles. The black candles in the center, and then you have three red to the left, and three green to the right. So today is you light the black candle and the red candle, the first red candle to the left. And so I'm coming back tomorrow with day 3, and Happy Kwanzaa. So I'm gonna try to keep it real with some positive stories here, and what I'm doing here is to try to keep it on a different level. And okay, here we have a former Colorado school custodian becomes principal of the elementary school in the same district. A former school custodian who climbed up the ranks of the educational system was named principal of an elementary school earlier this year. Growing up, Michael Atkins hadn't considered working in public education, but after graduating high school with a daughter on the way, he found himself wanting to work with children and soon applied to become a teacher's assistant at schools around his home in Denver. But he was faced with the roadblock when none of the schools offered him a job. When he would walk into the office within the neighborhood, I had a hard time finding anyone who would listen to me, Atkins, 39, recalled. When he didn't receive any opportunities to become an assistant, Atkins settled for a role as a part-time custodian in a middle school. There were times where I got comfortable within my custodial position, and I loved the work. I loved the people that I met. I was still able to be in front of youth, but I knew that was just the first chapter in my journey. That's when Atkins, former second grade teacher Carolyn Reedland, now a principal at the middle school, lent him a helping hand after hearing about his career aspirations. She embraced me, asked about the family. I told her how I wanted to work with kids, and Atkins recalled. And then Reedland created a new role for Atkins as a reading and writing paraprofessional at the school. She was one of those teachers in elementary school who instilled a few good things into me: self-worth and self-love. Atkins said that was a former teacher. She was very caring. She asked questions beyond the school, and those things were very meaningful. So earlier this year, on June 1st, Atkins started as principal of Stedman Elementary School in northeast Denver, far surpassing the goal he had set out for himself long ago. And he had set out a goal to become a teacher, and he ended up becoming the principal. So don't let nothing stop you. If you got a goal, go for it. You never know how far you might go with it. And here's a cool little story here. This is a 101-year-old woman who is still working as a hairstylist. Memphis, Tennessee. At the age of 101 years old, Callie Terrell is far from retiring from her work as a hairstylist, making her the oldest working beautician in Tennessee and perhaps the country. Well, I can't describe it. I'm thankful I'm physically able to do some things I used to do, she told. I guess it's not a lot of 101-year-old people in Memphis still working because they say, still working. Well, I'm still alive. Last year, when she celebrated her 100th birthday, she said that she was ready to retire, but with the way that things are going now, her retirement is currently not an option. Well, if you don't use it, you lose it, and people want me to work on them, and they pay me, so why not do it? She also credits her long life to being able to love the work she does, and so she didn't want to stop. She said, I guess my secret is just working and keeping busy because that's what I've done. I've had a very successful business, and what I do, I enjoy doing. Moreover, she also hopes to inspire younger people. Just do the right thing. What I mean is, you may be a church person, you may believe in the Bible, just live it, she says. Love people regardless of who they are. If they don't love you in return, it doesn't matter. So that's some pretty good positive situation right there. And being 101 years old, obviously she was still alive when Madam C.J. Walker was still living. So you're talking about 101 years old. So you're going all the way back to 1918. She was born in 1918. So, wow, it's amazing. It's amazing. So, keep doing what you're doing, as long as the good Lord says so. 101 years old, still out there doing hair, boy. Telling you. KP in the news. Peace. Happy Kwanzaa.